Hey everyone, Coach Dave here, and just wanted to shoot this quick video and talk to you today about how to eat for best results. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about intermittent fasting and 6 small meals. So let's dive in. So you see, the foods that you eat make a huge impact on your fat loss results. But it's not just about what you're eating, it's about how much and how frequently you eat. You see, all of these factors make the topic of how to eat for best results a hot one with one of my clients and pretty much with a lot of people that I know. So let's dive into the most popular eating strategies. Now, if you were to do a quick online search, you'll see it produces 2 popular fat loss strategies. As the top results right now, they are intermittent fasting versus 6 small meals. So I know the question I get asked when talking about these 2 strategies is what works best? And more importantly, which strategy works best for you? So let's find out and let's dig in. The first one we're going to talk about is intermittent fasting. Now, this eating strategy cycles between periods of eating and periods of fasting. The content of your meals during this period is not a factor. Now, some cycle between eating and fasting each day, creating a small window for eating and fasting for at least 16 hours. Now, while others cycle eating and fasting across several days, take as much as 48 hours at a time to fast. Now, let's look at some pros here. Humans have been fasting for thousands of years. That's nothing new. Our bodies are well equipped to handle periods of fasting. Now, research shows that fasting produces benefits for disease prevention, metabolic health, weight loss, and even life extension. Now, some find it less work to fast rather than to plan for several small meals. During eating periods, you get to eat whatever you want. Okay, that's a pro. Now, cons, abstaining from nourishments for long periods of times can be challenging, especially when food is all around you. Now, socially, it can be awkward to skip meals while your friends are at, dinner and eating right in front of you. Now, some find themselves overeating during eating cycles, and some find the ongoing absence of food to aggravate food obsession and to produce an unbalanced focus on food. Okay, so let's look at 6 small meals. This eating strategy of breaking the traditional 3 square meals into 6 smaller meals that are spaced out, typically about 2 to 3 hours apart. It's been used by bodybuilders and fitness competitors for years. Okay, the content and the size, though, of each meal is the important factor of this eating plan. Meals early in the day contain lean protein, fiber-filled veggies, and a small portion of complex carbs, while meals later in the day are smaller and do not contain any complex carbs. Now, all meals are also considered low in fat. Here's the pros. You never feel hungry. By fueling up every 2 to 3 hours, you never get the feeling of deprivation that comes with fasting. Energy levels are steady and high due to the constant supply of wholesome calories. Now, fat loss results are also steady, and when done with an exercise plan, muscle is maintained. But there are cons. First of all, you have to plan ahead every single day. Get used to carrying around a small cooler filled with containers of chicken, broccoli, rice, brown rice, and sweet potatoes. Each meal is small, so restraint is required, unless, of course, you're including the occasional cheat meal or cheat day. There is no room in this diet for empty calories or comfort foods. So let's go ahead and conclude what we just talked about. The facts are out there to prove that both of these eat for fat loss strategies work, okay? There are photos of real, actual people who have subscribed to each of these. I have known lots of people that have done this and seen tremendous results. Both methods, both work irrefutably well. But why and how can 2 methods that utilize opposing strategies both produce such great fat results? Let's dive into that a little bit more right here, why these 2 strategies work. First of all, meal timing. When you eat is a factor with both of these eating plans. This means that subscribers to both plans are required to wait until the appointed time to eat. So mindless snacking or grabbing a muffin just because it's there is out of the question. This reduces overall calories, which is key to weight loss, and explains why both plans produce results. The second is meal content. Now, the 6 small meals plan, as I've mentioned before, focuses on the content of each of your small meals in great detail. Your meals will contain lean proteins, fiber-filled veggies, and limited complex carbs. This detailed control of calorie content is largely why this plan is a sure bet for fat loss and not just weight loss, okay? Intermittent fasting does not consider the content of your meals during eating periods, so make that note. The third is meal size. The 6 small meals plan also focuses on the exact size of your meals, which makes sense since you are eating 6 times each day. And excess calories would quickly add up. So typically, this is done by weight. So as you pack your meals for the day, you'll be using a food scale to ensure that you have the exact right amount of lean protein and complex carbs. Also, veggies are often measured rather than weighed. So let's look at intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting does not consider the size of your meals during eating periods. I've said that already, but I want you to get that reiterated. So what's the best eating strategy for fat loss results? For fast results too. As we've discussed, both of the eating strategies above are capable of producing results. This is due to the fact that both plans result in a lowered caloric intake. Let me say that again, a lower caloric intake. When it's all said and done, weight loss comes from caloric balance. Remember the junk food diet where the professor lost weight eating restricted calories of only vending machine food? As long as you're taking in fewer calories that you are burning, you will end up losing weight. So now while both of these strategies end up curbing your calories, only the 6 meals plan encourages wholesome calories that are ideal for burning fat and building muscle, which is why this is the plan most used by bodybuilders and fitness competitors. Now, when it comes down to it, and you choosing your own eating strategy, it's important that you determine what will work best for your lifestyle. If carrying around a cooler with you and making time to stop every 3 hours to eat a meal is simply not something you can see yourself doing, then probably intermittent fasting is going to be your choice, and it may produce best results for you. The key is to figure out a plan for restricting calories that you would realistically be motivated to stick with. Okay, you got to be able to stick with this. And the more wholesome the content of those restricted calories, the better and quicker your results will come. So, if you want more guidance as you continue to make a serious body transformation, I would love to help you. I want you to go to www.fitover40challenge.com/fitness coach and fill out the form to set up a free coaching session with me. We'll talk about your goals and see if I can assist you in reaching them. Let's do this together. Let's get it done. In health, Coach Dave signing off.